Ooga booga. Wake your ass up, Christian. Can you hear me?
Wow, that came through really good.
All right.
Rolling.
Welcome back, everybody, to another business lesson with Christian and Pride Roofing and Construction. This is our lesson number 32. Is that correct?
32. Yep.
32. Man, we've been going. So today we're going to be talking about branding, and the power of branding, the power of your design, the power of implementation of your brand and making yourself memorable. So we're going to talk about something that's very relevant to right now. Let's talk about Taylor Swift. Is there anybody that's watching this video that does not know who Taylor Swift is? Taylor Swift is her own brand. She's a musician, she's a producer, she's all of these things. But if you say the name Taylor Swift anywhere in the world, you know who Taylor Swift is. You can see her face, you can see her Eras tour, you can see anything, right? You remember it, it's very memorable, it's very powerful. She has almost like a cult-like following, right? Talk about the Travis Kelce scenario. Business, all right. Professional. I can't do it. All right. When we talk about the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce thing that's going on right now, you can't turn on Instagram or Facebook or the news. Doesn't matter if it's Fox or MSNBC or whatever side of the political spectrum you sit on and the media that you take in. You know that Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce. And if you've followed even a tiny bit of all of the craziness that's going around that TMZ's putting out there, the statistics are around what's happening because her brand is now being applied to Travis Kelce and to the Kansas City Chiefs. The exorbitant increase in following in his podcast, the exorbitant increase in following to the Kansas City Chiefs, they can't even make his jerseys fast enough right now to keep up with the amount of Swifties, right, that are purchasing it because they love Taylor Swift, therefore they love everything that she loves, right? Her branding is absolutely dynamite. And so why is it so powerful? Why is this concept so powerful? And what does that do? How do I relate that back to Pride Roofing and Construction? Well, when my ex-business partner and I first started the brand, we had a lot of conversations about what we should call it, right? That's kind of a tripping point for a lot of entrepreneurs and business people is, what do I call it, right? How do I coin this vision, that's inside of my head, and how do I utilize that? Well, Pride was a name that I had in my mind for a very long time, and it serves a big purpose for me. For one, a pride of lions is a family. They hunt together, they achieve together, they are successful together, and they are absolutely devastated and become the prey to the predators around them when they are isolated. I saw a video the other day that was disgusting. It was a herd of what are they? Yaks, whatever, in the Serengeti. They got these huge horns, right? And what are they? They're wildebeests, right? So they're wildebeests, and there was a lion solo hunting wildebeests. So there's 100 of these massive creatures. A lion pride, had they taken tact to this as a team and as a unified front, they would have taken down one of the wildebeests, they would have taken it home, and they would have had great dinner, probably lunch and dinner for the next day or for a couple of days because it's a massive beast. However, this lion got absolutely annihilated by the teamwork of the wildebeest pride or clan or whatever you want to call it, right? So pride to me meant unified. It meant a team. It's also, it's even deeper than that. Pride is one of the deadly sins that I struggle with. I have a hard time, if I'm not the absolute best at whatever I'm trying to do. I have a lot of personal pride, and I want to set that aside, and I want to look at that, I want to study it, and I want to understand it. Now, why am I talking about the history and the origin of our name and when I talk about branding? Well, I think the story that you're trying to get across and the thing that your viewers are you want them to see from you so they understand more about you, needs to be inculcated into the design, into the branding, into what you actually market to your customer. And if it's not there, you're missing a huge link. You might have a great name, but it has nothing to do with your personal philosophies or with the thing that you're trying to achieve. And if you don't have that link, it's not as memorable, right? So, and then once you have that great link, so let's future cast, all you entrepreneurs that are trying to envision this great idea, once you have that link, that thing that has some intestinal fortitude, it's got a foundation, you understand your name and how you want your brand to be represented, how do you get it out there in front of people? Well, bring it back to us. One of the things that was our mission when we first started the business, and the reason we made our branding so loud and exuberant, any of you that know it, you've seen the Pride logo. You live in Northern Colorado, you have seen our trucks, you've seen our shirts, you've seen our guys, you've seen our advertising. You might even have seen some of these videos if this isn't your first time, watching my videos. But we're very loud, and every one of the things links back in a unified fashion to exactly our logo, right? Everybody knows our logo, whether they know what we do or not. And that's really, really powerful. How did we achieve that? Well, for one, let's talk about location. Where you place your hub and your operations, center place. We actually researched with real estate, salespeople, whatever, commercial real estate broker, and we looked for specific locations where we knew there'd be a lot of visibility from a lot of different directions, so that people could see our logo from the street. And it's a highly, constantly traveled road. If you actually look further into the metrics on this, where we chose our location, more than 6,000 cars drive by per hour. And if you quantify that over the course of the month, more than 1 million cars drive by per month, and they see our branding. Right? They see our logo, they know who they are. Even if we've never worked for them, they know who we are because they drive by. We put a lion into it because the lion is signifies strength. It's a representation of the pride of lions. But at the same time, it's also something that people can get behind. I have kids that drive by with their parents, they roll down the window and say, "Look, mommy, look at the lions all over the side of the building," right? It makes you smile, but at the same time, they're remembering you. They're looking at you, and that's what branding is. You want to be magnetic. You want people to look at you. You want them to understand who you are. And then there has to be uniformity, right? So if you create this brand and this logo, right, how do you get uniformity between everything that you do? Our salesmen and our personnel, they dress a specific way. They represent the brand exactly the way that we want them to. They're not walking in casual in flip-flops and, maybe Lachlan is because he's a subcontractor, but our guys, they have a specific type of shoe, they have a specific type of pants, they have a specific shirt. They have to button it a specific way. They have to look exactly uniform because they have to look a specific way, because how do you make yourself different than the other competitors, right? We want them to look one way. We want them to speak one way. We want them to have the exact same ideas and foundation that was power packed into the thought process of building this brand, and we want them to promote that. We want them to promote what pride is, and all the while we have subconsciously incepted our logo. So not only do they know who we are, but they know who we are on a broad term because everything is well thought out, right? So you'll see our branding on our trucks, you'll see our branding on our flyers, you'll see our branding even on our contracts, you'll see it on every single thing that we do because subconsciously we're putting that logo in front of people. And that logo is powerful. You can think of the McDonald's Golden Arches. You could drive down a road and you see neon, big gigantic M, you know that McDonald's is there. That's a powerful brand. Right? Apple, you see the Apple, logo, the half or bite taken out of it or whatever, it's Apple because you understand that brand. If you can create a smart logo and you could put some girth and some guts inside of why you created what it is, and you can keep that uniform, your business, even if you're not where you want to be, you will look like you have it all together. You will look to the viewer like there's something that they want to invest in or at least investigate a little bit more. You're gonna get more yeses, you're gonna get more opportunities, and you are absolutely going to succeed faster. So think about your branding. Create your own personal Taylor Swift persona, whatever it is that you want to do, but branding is absolutely important, and make sure it's unified, make sure it's consistent, and make sure it's in front of your viewers. So that's all I have for you today. Again, this is Pride Roofing and Construction and Christian Griffith. Good luck, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. I hope it all works out. Been loving those renditions that people are putting out for 3 weeks from now when they break up, since that's what Taylor Swift makes all her music about. But, hope for the best. Either way, that's it for now. Please like and subscribe, engage in the content, ask us some questions. If you want to learn a little bit more about branding, we'll go even deeper into this topic because it's a little superficial. But for today, that's it. Catch you on the flip side.